All right, y'all. Here we go again. I'm driving on my way to San Antonio, and got another video. I want to talk about a couple of things, and let's talk about Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner. Yeah, this is your girl, Resident Atheist. I'm so disgusted right now. This is the reason why I do not trust these politicians. Now, growing up in Houston, I remember Sylvester Turner repeatedly running for mayor and losing. Not even coming close. Because the white man wasn't going to have him in office yet. So I was somewhat quite proud that, here it is, Houston folks finally voted for this dude, voted him into office. I believe he's on his second term right now, and his last, thank goodness, because he's such a fucking sellout. Yeah, I'm going to say it. How the hell do you support? You know what the fuck I'm gonna say. I'm sorry, I'm cursing on this one. I'm not holding back. Because this was some nigga shit. Some straight up cooning BS. I don't know. I'm a little annoyed by it. I don't understand. Why would he endorse Michael Bloomberg? Why? After that old stop and frisk BS? Are you fucking kidding me? Let me tell you something. Black folks in Houston do not low-key care for the police, especially poor people. Especially in Houston. Growing up in Houston, we just didn't trust the police. A lot of us be like, F the police. Yeah. I'm one of those people who do not trust the police. And I have my reason. Because some of them in Houston are very corrupt and they're liars. And I grew up seeing this shit. But anyway, back to Mayor, supporting this dude who's not going to win. This dude is not going to win. I don't even know why he's in the race in the first place. Flaunting his money to a bunch of doggone flunkies. Anybody who taking this dude money, y'all need to be looking at them sideways, especially if they're black. If you're a black person supporting this dude, you're a fucking coon. I'm going to say it just like that. I'm sorry, I couldn't, no. You Negroes might as well just, if you out there wanting to vote for somebody, you might as well just vote for Trump. I'm sorry. You might as well just vote for Trump. You voting for, man, these damn devils, that's what they are. Some damn devils. Yeah, I'm going to say it, and I don't give a fuck. That shit annoying me. And look, we black people, one thing about us, we will try to support black folks who are in the political arena. But if you want some BS, we're going to charge your ass to the game. We're going to take our losses and keep it moving. There are a few black politicians in Houston I will not throw my vote towards. I wouldn't even waste my time with them because they have not done anything, in my opinion, other than shuck and jive and dance for white folks all day long to try to get some damn pennies for Negroes in the poor community. That's what it is. If I come off a little, my little black racism is coming off, oh well, fuck it. Because right now I'm right, my black racism ain't the same as white racism. I am for the black upliftment for the black community and the empowerment of people in the black community. I pride myself on that. That's what I'm for. I'm not for the breaking down of the black community. I'm not for that. I don't go out my way, discriminating against white folks. That's not my thing. I don't, white folks, you let them do them. They're going to be who they are. They have their white pride. And black folks need to have their black pride. And there's nothing wrong with having black pride. Because white folks will come off as, oh, that's racist that you're showing your black pride. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. Because I'm going to show my black pride. If I walk around here with a black liberation t-shirt on, you know who the fuck what I'm representing and who I'm about. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get discriminated against because I'm about black pride. That's just not going to happen. I'm not going to be doing any redlining. Just going to go out my way and give you a damn ticket because you're white. Hell no, I don't do shit like that. I'm not going to not sell you something or jack the price up because you're white. That's what goes on in the white community. They discriminate against black and poor people for the sake of it. Any community you go to in Houston, you can look at it. You can see that the tax dollars are not being distributed properly, and I understand why. Because a lot of poor people are not paying their taxes, and the reason why they're not, because they are being discriminated against. We can't get business loans. We can't get any goddamn type of loan. If you go in there and try to start your business, I have money in a black bank. Do you know they would not offer me, they wouldn't give me a loan, which I'm going to pull my money out. It's just a waste of time to have money in a black owned bank, and they don't offer you any business loan, which is kind of sad, which is kind of sad, and give you attitude when you go in that motherfucker, which is kind of sad. But, at the end of the day, Mayor Turner is not running again, thank goodness. Black folks shouldn't even waste their time, dealing with this guy. Because to me, supporting Mike Bloomberg, knowing that you got all the other presidential candidates out there who's already been in the game working hard, but because this dude come in throwing money at you're gonna sit up there and take it. Man, that's sad. It just shows me what type of individual you are. I mean, how much money did he give? Because it's bribery. To me, it's bribery. What this dude is doing is bribing the black community to vote for him. And that's sad. Man, this is the reason why I don't even waste my time voting. Because when I see shenanigans like this going on, I can't vote for you. It's bad enough. It's hard for me to vote for a white man. But when I see you supporting a dishonest white guy who made money off of redlining and discriminating and arresting, who put policies in place to arrest poor people, black and brown people, I'm kind of just done. I'm done with you. This shit is a waste of time. My 17-year-old son, I didn't even think nothing of it when he said it. He said it when he was 15. This dude said he was going to come up with his own political party. He said because the one we got going on in America right now is garbage, it's trash, it's outdated, and it doesn't do anything for the people who are struggling in America. There are policies in place that doesn't do anything for poor people. It makes the rich get richer, and the poor people are still poor. The homeless people are still on the street. Nobody is addressing mental illness. I mean, mental illness is running so rapid in all communities, whites, black, Asian, Hispanics, Latinos. Well, I guess that's all the same, but you know what the fuck I'm talking about. My point is, it's running rampant. Ain't nothing that America is going to do about mental illness in America. It's growing at a fast rate. Listen, people, y'all need to pay attention to your family members. Do not, this is the thing, until you have a family member that suffers from bipolar, manic depression, or have a kid that a parent put their child on Ritalin when they was a child because some person convinced them, they need to be on medication, so now they're depending on this psych medicine to calm them down. This is the worst mistake a parent could ever do or make with their child. The worst thing you could do is put your child on a psych medicine when they're young, not allowing their bodies, not even teaching them or giving them a routine of how to deal with their meltdowns. I think it's fucking sad. I mean, damn near everybody I know that comes in that, I'm sorry. The people that I see or come across a lot of homeless people who are dealing with mental illness, it's the saddest thing ever, because to them, the voices are real. To them, them seeing what they're seeing is real. And when you see your family member going through that, shouting, yelling, saying crazy things, saying that they did this, saying that they did that, and a lot of times you don't know if what they're saying is true, but all you know, dang, I can't have my children around this person who's been in their life. So, man, I feel for anybody who has, I'm very sympathetic. I see the homelessness. I see the carelessness our city does, and people, not just our city, but how America treats homeless people, how America deals with mental illness. All they do is sweep it under the carpet. Not even the carpet. They just sweep it and I mean, anybody who deals with it or have a family member, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's not enough words to express what I'm talking about right now. It's been on my mind very heavy. I come across people who suffer from mental illness, and it breaks my heart. It brings me to tears, because there's nothing you can do about their mind state. Just hopefully they regroup and recoup, and their neural system is able to bounce. But a lot of times they don't, especially people who were in the military, veterans, women who suffer from postpartum depression after they have a baby, because a lot of people don't know, our hormones get out of whack, and that throws us in the arena of mental illness because of postpartum depression. And a lot of times some women they'll start dealing with it before having a child. A lot of women may have been on medication that kept them calm and decide not to take that medication because they want to breastfeed their child, and they don't want the medication interfering with that child's growth. So, I mean, it's a lot of factors when it comes to mental illness. You have, I came across a young man, and it was kind of sad because his whole focus was football. This dude thought he was still playing football. He was 30-something years old, and he thought he was playing football. You know, he knew all the tricks in the trade of football. But the reality is football probably done a lot of damage, shook up his brain to the fact where he didn't know how to, he didn't know what was real. You know, you kept hearing him talk. Just imagine a lot of families going through that. A lot of people who suffer from bipolar, manic depression, and who have anxiety, they have a lot of suicide thoughts. People who had some type of brain trauma, you know, suicidal thoughts. You have to keep an open mind about that, because you just never know. One of your family members may get in a car accident and suffer some type of brain trauma, and that's when mental illness may kick in, because they is an altered mental status. You know, that's something you have to look out for, because a lot of people are homeless because nobody is willing to deal with what's going on in their head, and it's a sad state of reality for them. You know, the end result is death, overdose, suicide, and it's a all right, I'm moving on. I can't talk about it anymore. My throat is already getting scratchy because I'm screaming and yelling, and I shouldn't be getting my blood pressure up. But anyway, yeah, I'm moving on. Next topic. All right, y'all. Let's talk about this. I'm a woman of a certain age, yeah. I'm knocking on 50. And, you know, one of my family members called me, and she mentioned, basically, we're close, but we're not that close. You know, I love her, and, you know, and me being who I am, you know, it's nothing I probably wouldn't do for her. But y'all see it. Motherfuckers are driving crazy. Wow. Y'all see that. Y'all see that bullshit. That is bananas. People, oh my gosh. You wonder why people, how do people just zoom? You see all these cars? Why would you do that? But anyway, you know, but back to what she called me, and she said she had a mild heart attack. You know, and I was like, what the hell? She had to get open heart surgery. She was very lucky, to be honest, because in the area she lived at, you know, for some reason, you know, she was at home. Lucky her guy was at home with her, and she had this weird back pain, which kind of probably radiated from the front to the back. They couldn't quite understand what that pain was about. So she told her dude, say, hey, you know, I don't feel right. Can you call 911? So she's on the phone with 911. And these fuckers, oh my God. They want to give her the drill. Mind you, she's having a heart attack. Now, you guys already know, if you're in the medical field, there's a time limit you have to have if you're having a heart attack or a stroke. You need to get your ass to the hospital right away. I realize, man, at the end of the day, you just got to tell these people when you call 911, hey, I'm having a heart attack. Fuck it. I don't have time to talk to you. But what eventually happened, because they was asking so many questions, her man decided to say, hey, we don't have time for this. By the time you want to sit up here and question her, I will be at the hospital. So he took her to the hospital, to the emergency center, and they checked her in. Come to find out, she was having a fucking heart attack. I don't know what's going on with 911 nowadays. You know, it seems to me that this is a joke. You know, Black lives don't matter. Not to say, You know, they knew they was going to a black home, but they know they're on the phone with a black person. But if someone is calling 911, and I get you got to vet them through whatever, but if I'm telling you I'm having some type of pain and I'm not sure what it is, you know, get somebody out there. Send EMS right away, please. You know, send the fire department right away, please. Stop lollygagging. Because I get you trying to keep people on the phone. But it's sad that, that her dude had to take her. All right, moving on. Let's talk about health thing. I decided when she told me this story, I'm going to go ahead and see me a cardiologist. Man, it's going to be hard for me to give up meat because I love my beef. Goddamn, I love my beef. I love steak. But, I can also be a vegetarian if I needed to, But as I got older, I have been getting lazy. I don't work out as much as I need to because I do work a lot. And that's my reality. I need to get my butt in the gym, work out. But I do need to see a cardiologist in regards to my heart. Not to say I've been having weird chest pains, because I haven't. But it does make me wonder, hey, can those gas pains be mild chest pains? You never know. And when you get a certain age, and if, I do eat beef, I am a certain age, I am on blood pressure medicine, and the blood pressure medicine I have is designed for my heart. So, and a lot of times, these doctors, they'll do blood work, but really don't explain to you what's going on with you based on the blood work. They'll tell me certain things, but I realize some of them just book smart and really don't have enough experience to understand what's going on with me as a patient. I can make complaints, but a lot of my complaints fall upon deaf ears, and I have health insurance. I have health insurance, and I'm telling you something, my health insurance is very expensive. I pay a lot of money for it, and and it's kind of crazy that, I still have to come out of my pocket a whole lot for the medication, the doctor visit. I don't understand it. I really don't. And my company puts money towards my health care, but it really doesn't help. I can't afford to get sick, but I also can't afford to go see the doctor. I need to get a mammogram. I need to do my well woman exam. These things are free with the company that I work for. The mammogram, the well woman exam, which is something women should be doing annually. And that mammogram, you ladies, y'all already know. They be trying to flatten our breasts like a pancake. That shit hurt. I was traumatized the first time I got one done. And I was, I told that lady, I don't know. I might have to cancel it. I might have to just get canceled and be done. But, that's been a while, and it's time for me to get another one. And, I be talking trash saying I don't want to do this shit again, but the reality is I will do it again. And that's my reality. I do want to know what's going on with my health. Because as we get older, we tend to ignore what's going on with our bodies. And I'm just, if you are out there and you just feeling like, hey, I'm tired, I'm feeling a little bit fatigued, if you have health care, have insurance, get out there, see your doctor, tell them, before you even go to the doctors, just, write down the things, because sometimes we forget, write down the things that are going on with you, and once you get to the doctor's office, just let your doctor know or the person know who's taking your information what's going on with you. Because a lot of times, hell, I forget everything. I'm telling you. You think I would know the name of my medication and I don't? But I make it a habit to try to take a picture of it and, so they'll know what type of blood pressure medicine that I'm taking. But I'm noticing my memory is not the best either as I'm getting older, which is expected, And, I mean, I had a lot of trauma when I was younger, but, that probably affected my thought process. But it's amazing that I'm still here. I'm still here. And that's not through the grace of God either. I hate that bullshit. I really hate when people say that. God, yes, let's talk about the concept of God. I feel like doing that right now because it seems like people tend to glorify God when things are great. When there's a miracle, God is good when there's a miracle. God is good when you get $1 million. But don't glorify God when a tragedy happens. Give God the glory when good shit happens, and give the devil the bad rap when bad shit happens. Ain't that some bullshit? Don't you hate that? It just sounds like their concept of God is being very selective. Who wants to worship a God that is fucking selective? I'm sorry, I can't deal. I can't deal with that type of concept. I don't like it when a God can pick and choose a group of people, a group of people to be better than the other. No, I'm good. Keep your God. You can keep your God. Real talk, you can. But moving on. I definitely want to send a shout out to the Kenyans in Africa. I'm assuming, because I saw somewhere on Twitter that the Kenyans in Africa had reached, I think, 700,000 atheists. That's beautiful. I love those numbers. Hell, here it is. I'm in America, and hell, the only damn atheists I know are the ones in my that I'm raising. That's not fair. That's not true. They are not the only. They are the ones that I surround myself with, are the ones that I'm raising. Let me be fair. Because I realize all black atheists are not the same. But it felt good that Africans in Africa, in Kenya, and certain areas in Nigeria and in Ghana, these atheistic people are popping up, and that's beautiful to me. They are popping up. Atheistic people, black people of Africa are growing. I know that sounds crazy, black people of Africa. But Africans, the atheistic Africans are growing. And that sounds lovely. And I don't want to hear that, they're not really atheists. No, it's just the idea that they are recognizing that a religion that was used to colonize them and then enslave their minds is very selective. Once you realize that you have no reason to deal with that system that was used to oppress you. And it's beautiful that these people are rising up and deciding, hey, we're down with the science. We're not, okay. I love studying religion. I love studying the origin of religion. Studying the origin of religion and studying religion is what really brought me to atheism. To be honest, science brought me to atheism. once I understood, the science of life, I was no longer, caught up in this illusion of religion. And now I'm at the point, I don't argue with people about their religion and God, and that's where I'm at right now. I think it's a waste of time to do that, but I understand why some people do it, and that's their journey. That's what they need to go through in order to feel their liberation away from God and religion. Because when you realize how something is used to oppress your people and used to enslave, and it's being justified, you kind of stray away from that type of way. You kind of feel angry and upset about it, and I understand. And people need to be allowed the time to forget. Or no, I'm not going to say forget. They need to be allowed that time to heal. Because they are not being allowed to heal. A lot of people just say, oh, you need to forget. Nah, it's not that simple. But anyway, shout out to Kenya. I'm hoping one day, I'll be able to go there one day. I work with a few people who are who's from Kenya, and she always tells me how lovely her home, where she grew up is, how beautiful it is. But she's in America. I work around a lot of Africans, so I like to sit and listen to or not ask questions about where they come from, what religion they deal with. And I embrace them and they embrace me, and I think it's beautiful. In spite of what I deal with, they know that I'm non-religious, and that's how I put it. I place it on the table, because I cannot constantly say, hey, Jesus. No, I don't go there with them, and I don't care. They know what I'm not willing to accept. It doesn't take away from me being nice and treating them with some dignity and respect. Because people can be very disrespectful, even born Americans, when it comes to religion. And I'm kind of done with that. I'm no longer wasting my energy with extremists. You know what I'm saying? Even when I catch myself being very extreme, I kind of have to analyze myself and say, chick, you need to fall back. Don't, get off the wave, fall back, relax, don't let this get to you, move on. But, I don't know, guys. I'm bored, and I feel like talking, and, feel like sharing is caring. All right, y'all. I think I said enough, and I'm definitely going to upload this video. I'm not going to do any editing, because a lot of times, people need to hear, my flaws. But hey, like the video if you like it. If you dislike it, I get excited over that too. That's weird, right? But but anyway, if you have please comment. I'm the type of person, I don't really like deleting comments. I think that takes away from how people really feel. And I decided, whatever people say, they say, because I spent my whole life doing that, kind of ignoring, I don't ignore it. I kind of learned to, I created a thick skin when it comes to that, because people need to be able to say what they really feel and how they think, and as long as it's not hurting anyone. But if you get on my nerves, I will delete your comment. I don't like doing that. And and I don't want someone coming reading the thread, and I know I'm not that popular, guys, I'm not, but I don't want someone coming and reading it and it's like, damn, this person is being a jerk, you know what I'm saying? So nobody's eyes should be frozen and it's like, oh, this is such a big, because you got some people who are sticklers. They're very stickler about women cursing. Ooh, honey, I have a foul mouth. Shoot. I cuss like a sailor, some folks say, but probably worse. Especially when I'm angry and upset. I say any damn thing when I'm pissed. But a lot of people do. So, enough of me rambling. I hope people, if you out there, I like driving, so a lot of my videos I try to do when I'm driving, because I'm a really busy person. I have teenagers, one of them is about to graduate, and I'm trying to focus on that. And I told myself, at least when I'm doing my driving gig, I can just go ahead and do audio and upload it and really express my feelings. Shout out to my grandbabies, because Granny loves you. And I'm always thinking about you, and I hope you guys grow up to be respectable human beings, And I don't expect my grandkids to be atheistic, because their father is a Christian. So that's my oldest son. My two youngest ones are more atheistic, and I raised them up in the atheistic household. And I just wanted to say, shout out to my son, even though he be pissing me off sometimes, but it's life is real sometimes. I love my family, even though I grew up in a household that wasn't so loving. It was unique. I don't know, maybe it wasn't unique, because I think a lot of black folks grew up with these weird ass parents, so-called parents, who had no idea how to raise a child. But anyway, I, my second time around, you don't, having a kid, it doesn't come with a manual. White folks will probably go out and buy a manual. But no, because each child is different. My firstborn is definitely not the same as my third child, okay? Different generation, different era. My mentality was definitely different. I was young when I had my oldest one. I was in my 30s when I had my second child and my third child. So, of course, my mentality was different, But, hey, guys, if there's any... I know I was going to ask a question about... what book are you guys reading in regards to atheism? Please do not crap on people. If you're a black person, what book would you read in regards to atheism? And the next time I talk, I will discuss some of my favorite books. And hey, I want to know if anybody out there have that book, Secret Doctrine, volumes 1 and 2. My hubby always asks me, where do you get this? I said, I bought it at the bookstore. And, I was doing some, research on religion. And I'm to be honest, guys, I bought that book like maybe how old's my daughter? Almost 19 years ago, and had no idea what this book was about. And I'm kind of pissed because I had the opportunity to buy the cassette tapes. Someone had the cassette tapes on eBay about 15 years back, and I'm mad because I didn't get it. Because I'm a type of person, I'm not a book reader, but I'm an audio listener, and I absorb things better by listening. But if anybody want to talk about that book, let me know. You know, because I was thinking about, I'm like, maybe I need to sit down and actually let these eyes try to focus without going to sleep and read that book, right? Oh, man. If y'all could come, hey, another good book, that's a good read. Psychic Trauma. One of my favorite books. And of course, Destruction of the Black Civilization. Another book I enjoy. You know. But shout out to my atheistic black folks out there. You know. If nobody loved you, resident atheists love you. Okay. That was corny. I get it. It was corny as fuck. Shit. Oh, man. Who's waiting on that J-Electronica album? Dude, but not fucking renege. That's all I have to say. Yes, I am a fan of hip-hop. You know. Hey, my hip-hop Mount Rushmore. Man, you know, honestly, this is the hardest thing ever, but always the person who brought me into hip-hop was Common, aka Common Sense. He would definitely be number one. The Black Thoughts from the Roots, definitely number two. Who's my other guy? My young guy, I love him. I totally love Denzel Curry. Oh my gosh, I truly love that guy, and I don't know why. I think he gives me Busta Rhymes vibes, but not Busta Rhymes vibes. But I dig him. And I hope I think he's beautiful. But of course I would say that, right? He's beautiful. Who's my other guy? I would say Jay-Z, but guess who? You already know who knocked Jay-Z out the box. Jay-Z would be number 5 to me. He's actually number 4, but because I wanted someone current, Denzel Curry is what I will prefer currently right now. You know, I love Jay-Z, but J-Electronica, this cat who doesn't have an album out, and he's going to drop one, and I'm excited. So is it fair to say I could put a Jay-Z and J-Electronica together on that Mount? I have 5, okay? I have 5. You know, I was like, damn, 4 is not enough. 5. My top 5, real talk. Okay, my top 5. I mean, Common is number 1 because that really got me into, because I was never into hip hop until Common. But and Roots and Jay-Z, J-Electronica, Denzel Curry, and and of course Wu-Tang Clan. I hate to say it. Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with. Wu-Tang, I love them. I'm sorry, because honestly, after Common, there was Wu-Tang. There was Wu-Tang, and I love weird rappers, and they come and they come and go. My list, my top 10 would be like no other, because it's just, these are cats I would actually listen to. But you know who I heard that really surprised me? I know she didn't went from atheism to talking about some damn hip hop. But you know who surprised me? What's his name? The young cat that just died, because I didn't know anything about this kid. But he sounds decent, yo. He sounds really decent. I know that accent, I'm so goddamn bilingual. My accent went up and changed to many dynamics, y'all. Okay? I would sound like straight up Houston. Sound like, well, where the fuck is she from? Real talk. But Houston, born and raised, H-Town. But that young cat, rest in peace. You know, my heart goes out to his family. I hope he wasn't on no dumb shit. But I heard something from him, and I was like, this kid is not bad. He was not bad at all. But who else? There's some young guys out there that are very impressive. I mean, I know about your Kendrick Lamar. I wasn't really into him, but my husband is. I'm not really into that. But that's cool. You know, I'm not into Chance the Rapper. I don't know what people hear in Chance the Rapper, but maybe that's a religious thing. You know, I was like, he ain't all that. I don't know about that. But I'm definitely into Denzel Curry. Oh man. You know what's crazy? I can't go to hip hop clubs no more, yo. Yeah, man, I can't go. So, in the story, enough of my hip hop fetish talk. But okay, y'all. You know, I'm gonna get my butt off. And I really like to talk about something else. But if I think of anything, I definitely turn the video back on. And but I wanna hear some music. Alright, I was not trying to sing, real talk. But if y'all got anything, please comment. You know, if my videos are too long, you know, let me know. Yo, girl, can you make that 20 minutes? Or maybe a little short? Alright, yeah, my brain is getting kind of relaxed. You know, sometimes when I'm uptight, I don't think properly. But I am, Blaine College. That's interesting. That's real interesting. I didn't know they was way out this way. But, all right, people. Peace out. You know, leave a comment. Please, do a video on your atheistic story, because I'm gonna definitely drop more atheist videos. If you want me to talk about my experience, I can do that, I guess. You know, without cursing. You know, I'm trying to get in the habit of not doing this, because like I said, I'm doing a lot of these videos so my children can have something to listen to. You know, because I know they love my weirdo ass. And I love them too. I love my kids and my grandkids. You know. Alright, peace, y'all. I'm going to try to be safe on this road.